Whee!
What's up guys, this is Dueling Potato here, and I'm bringing you another deck profile from Locals. So today I was inspired by the top 16 EU WCQ deck profile for Dinosaur Paleozoics. I just got back in town today and I decided that what better way to celebrate than by building a deck in an hour and a half and going to Locals. So that's what today I played. I got third place. There's a couple of cards I'd want to change, but mostly I'm just glad I got the experience for the deck and it was a whole lot of fun. So to start out with the deck, we got 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. This is the Rhoda, or the Searcher of the deck, the Stratos if you will. Running him at anything less than 3 would be silly, unless you're just running a small dino engine. But next we run 3 Baby Ceratosaurus. So this deck likes to destroy monsters, and specifically dinosaurs, a lot more than other dinosaur decks. So we run this card, because whenever dinosaurs getting destroyed, this gets the special from deck. So we get to use its effect. Its effect is very relevant, especially with another card we'll see, Survival's End, right here. This guy is really good with this card and combos with it extremely well, and we'll show you that later. And then we run 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, 3 is Bricky, and we do not run the Overtext Quaddulus or Ultra Evolution Pill because we do not have enough non-dinosaur monsters, because all of our other non-dinosaur monsters are going to be tokens or traps. So next we have the one-ofs of the deck, for dinos at least. We have 1 Miscellaneous Source, 1 Direct Dino, 1 Megalosmasher Rex, and 1 Giant Rex. Miscellaneous Source, if it was at 3, we'd run it at 3. It's probably the best defensive card of the deck. It protects cards during the main phase, and then we banish it in any number of dinos, and we get to special summon 1 from the deck, but it's destroyed at the end phase. This is really good that if you draw it game, like turn 3 or 4, you can pitch it, and then banish it, and another dino, get a baby out, and then end phase, pop the baby, summon an Oviraptor, and then start searching and getting your deck running. We run Dino because Aleo is a level 1, and that's really only good for going into Chambara, and this deck needs ways to break boards, not just deal massive amounts of damage, because that's what Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is for. So this gets us into Black Rose, and we also run the Samurai Destroyer because I could not find my FA Dawn Dragster, but if you can find yours, I would definitely run the Dawn Dragster over the Samurai Destroyer. Next, we have the Megalosmasher X. He's in here because a big beat stick is extremely important. He's protected by the field spell, so having a 2k body that can't be destroyed once per turn is pretty hard for a lot of decks to get over. And then Giant Rex because he gets you free +1s, gain everything after turn 1. So next, for the hand traps, we run 6. We run 3 Ash. Best hand trap in the game. 1 Droll, 2 Effect Failure. I couldn't find my 3rd Effect Failure, so we put in the Droll, and I really don't like running Droll at 2. If I could, I would, or running Droll at 3. If I could, I'd find room for another Droll, but we're already at 42, so that's probably unlikely. The reason we didn't play 3 Droll is because drawing 3 Droll is awful. Now, onto the best spell card, not only of the deck, but the entire format right now, is Scapegoat. Free Link 4, free Borreload, free Pop and Draw with the Nightmares. Resolve this card and you win. This card also combos off really well with that Survival's End, which I will show you later. 3 Fossil Dig. Best spell card of the dinos. Add a level 6 or lower dinosaur. All the ones we run are level 4 or lower that are searchable, but when we get the OCG Dinosaurs level 6 scalable scale 7, I think, this card will be able to search scales too. That's the only card I can think of that's over level 4 that you would actually want to search. Now, onto the field spell Lost World. And this card, this is the fairest, or not fairest, but is the most broken, non-broken field spell I know of. All the monsters lose 500 attack except for dinosaurs. And then once per turn, when a dinosaur monster is summoned, you can summon a dinosaur token to your opponent's side of the field, and then your opponent can't target any cards on the field or any monsters on the field for effects except for that token. And then you get to protect normal monsters by destroying a monster in the deck instead. So with this, you destroy Baby Cererosaurus, and you protect your Megalo Smasher the same way. With this, we run one Terraforming. The only reason we run one Terraforming is Lost World. Lost World doesn't do anything. So drawing two of them is not good, because the field spell is the only good field spell I know of that doesn't search. So having multiple in hand is not good. So we only run 4 because we don't want to draw multiples. Like we said multiple times. Wonder how many times we can say multiple in this field, or this phrase. Multiple, multiple, multiple. And then finally, Monster Reborn, because it just wins games. Now, on to the Paleos. We run 3 of the best Paleo Oilinoids. The MST, not much to say here. And then we run the reason that we have the Paleos in the first place is 3 Morella. So this card is the Foolish for the Trap. And the card we dump most of the time is going to be Survival's End. Now this card is the main reason we run the Scapegoat, the Paleozoics, and just the whole deck. And this makes the synergy with the Paleos almost unreal. So this card says you can destroy as many normal monsters on the field as possible, and if you do, special summon level 4 or lower dinosaur type monsters from your deck up to the number destroyed, but destroy them during the end phase. So what you can do is, if your opponent activates Hornet Drones, you can activate Survival's End and chain a Paleozoic Engrave. So the Paleozoic is summoned, Survival's End resolves, and you destroy the Morella and the Hornet Drones. You can then bring out you can bring out 2 Baby Cererosaurus, and then on the end phase, both of these are going to get destroyed, letting you search out your Giant Rex and Soul Eating Oviraptor. Now during your turn, you can overlay these, and then you will also get a search with this, so you can add something like an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, since you'll have 2 babies engraved. And this card gets your engine going. So that's why we run it. Also, it has another effect where you can banish it from the grave, and you can target 1 dinosaur type monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls and destroy them. So it's not only that, or it's not only a field nuke for normal monsters, it's a Trident for popping a dinosaur, and a lot of times popping your dinosaurs like babies are very good. So another thing you can do is, if you summon out a baby, you can banish this, pop the baby, and pop a card they control, and then you can force the Oviraptor to come out early. And then finally, for power traps, we run Warning, Judgment, Order, and then we have the Lost Wind for a secondary target for Morella, since I couldn't find a breakthrough skill. But Imperial Order, if I was going to cut one card, I'd probably cut Order, because every time that it came up, it was just overkill or completely useless. Now onto the extra deck. We run 1 Lagia, 1 Dolka. This negates monster effects, or 2 monster effects. This negates the summon of a monster, the activation of a spell or trap, or the activation, just the activation of a spell or trap card and a monster being summoned, except for flip summoning. So then we run the Black Rose and the Samurai Destroyer. This is why we run the Aleo. This should be a Dawn Dragster. I just couldn't find mine. Baguska, Dweller, Tornado Dragon. These are just all really good rank 4s. This is for any other Dino decks or True Draco, this is for back row heavy decks, and Plan B is always good. Now, for links, we run probably the link I went into the most, Underclock Taker. He just gets Dinos Engrave, and he gets your UTC live and ready. Then we went to Trisbania. Didn't come up, but it'd be very good if it did. Unicorn, just good removal. Cerberus and Phoenix, same thing. I went into Phoenix and Cerberus once each. Unicorn definitely comes up. Link Kribo, Link Spider, and Borreload. This rounds out the extra deck. This is the cards we use to go into Borreload off of Scapegoat. If you don't know, you need Cerberus or Phoenix, then these 3 cards. So what you do is you have your 4 tokens here for Scapegoat. These are my... Sorry, I gotta straighten these out because we gotta show off to everybody. Okay, you have your 4 tokens. So we link 1 away for Link Spider. It's important that it's Link Spider. Another token into Link Karibo. Then we link the token and the Link Karibo into Nightmare Phoenix. Here you discard 1, pop a Speller Trap, or you can go into Cerberus, pop a monster, and then you get to draw 1. The reason we do it in this order is so you can get the draw 1 off the Phoenix, because popping a card for free of your opponent's board is good, and it helps you get stuff into the grave like a Survival's End, and it helps you dig through your deck. So then we tribute the final token, since it's a level 1 for Link Karibo, and then we link the 3 effect monsters with a rank level of 2, 1, and 1 into Borreload Dragon. So with this Scapegoat, we get the pop and draw, and then we get a free Borreload. Another thing you can do with Scapegoat before we go on to the extra deck is Scapegoat plus Survival's End. What you can do is, if you want to just go overboard, like you can Scapegoat, bring out your 4 tokens, and then since you now control normal monsters, you can activate Survival's End. And Survival's End is really cool because it's up to the number of monsters you control. So if you, for example, only want to summon 3 out, you don't have to, or you can still do that. But in this case, if I was popping all 4 tokens and I had not gone through my deck at all, I would go Giant Rex, and then a baby, a Soul Eating Oviraptor, and then the final one could be either another baby or a Miscellaneousaurus, because here we would get the search off of Oviraptor, Giant Rex in the grave, we get a summon off of baby for my turn, and then anything else you want to wrap up. So now on to the extra deck, or the side deck. We run the second Droll and 2 Ogre, because we run these 2 because we don't like Pure Sky Strikers, and the replacements for Veilers if you're playing something like BA or anything else like that, which doesn't want to be hit by Veiler. 3 Anti-Spell. Side Des going first. You just crap on a lot of 90% of decks. 3 Twin Twisters. Going second, clears back row. Mind Control. This forces negates, and then you can also use it as link material. And then finally 3 Evenly Matched. So if you like the deck profile, like, subscribe. If you didn't like it, tell me why in the comments, and we'll see you later. See you guys.
Whee!